Yes, sir. It's that time of the week. It's time for some straight talk with Fella and Rev.
What it do, y'all?
It's your boy Fella on the car phone. Next to me, I got my partner in crime, Rev Ro. How you doing today, Rev?
I'm alright, man. How about yourself?
I'm okay. We out here grinding, getting to it, getting to the money.
Every day.
Get that shmoney, man.
Every day.
Hey, money dance. Okay.
Still broke though.
Yeah, for sure. Broke five broke. Let's get going, man.
Let's get straight into it.
Let's get straight into it. You know how we always gotta start the show.
Hey.
And actually we got an update. Yeah, Mount see you with the little Venom shirt.
Hey, man. I try to keep the clean tee on me, my boy.
I got you. You know, I just gotta represent the family business.
Hey, I'm still waiting on mine.
Family business. Actually, Mount used to work here back in the day. Way back in the day. He used to work there, you know what I'm saying? A little so slight. But yeah, you know, we gotta get to it. It's kind of an update. I know I'm sure everybody's seen.
Okay, my bad. You know what we neglected to do earlier, Josh, was
I got to remute.
Yeah, remute. Anyway, carry on. Get back
But
to
anyway,
what you're saying, my dog.
It's kind of an update with the situation going on in Louisville. Pretty sure everybody knows what's going on. So yeah, the Attorney General dropped the ball.
Very much so.
I think
much so.
I'm not. I would be. I don't really know the word. If I say remiss, is remiss the word?
That's the word. Because I was thinking remiss. I was trying to fill in that blank for you, so I'm glad we.
I would be remiss if I said I was shocked. Did I use that properly? I don't really know. I think I did.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
It sound right.
We ain't been to school in a minute. So,
yeah.
You know
So I would be. You know, that would be wrong, or I would be lying if I said that's a better way.
Right.
Layman terms to put it.
Not shocked at all.
To say I was shocked. I kind of saw this coming. I just didn't know exactly how they were planning on doing it. You're looking up the lacking.
We're just gonna
remiss. Someone is remiss. They're careless about doing things that ought to be done.
Okay, well maybe
I use that improperly.
Wrong context.
I would be lying if I said I was shocked.
Let's just stick with the basics.
So, yeah, I mean, he dropped the ball, and it was really, he didn't only drop the ball, he slapped all black Americans in the face with what he did. Simply charging one cop for shooting somebody else, a wall, while neglecting to charge people that actually shot somebody in the same shooting. That's a slap in the face, and it's very disrespectful, and I felt disgusted, disrespected, all of those good things. But we will continue to say her name. That is Breonna Taylor. You deserve way more than what you got in the action, and even in the what followed the action. I'm not getting your justice. So we'll continue to say your name, Breonna Taylor. We love you. Rest in peace, and bless you to your family and all that good stuff.
It's crazy how this stuff, I mean, it always happens when these type of verdicts or whatever come out. Like you say, you never expect it to go the right way, the way it should, but it doesn't make it any less disheartening. Because it's like...
It's always a kind of
what?
It's a kind of stab to the back.
Yeah. I mean, what does it take? At what point can we finally look at somebody and say, yeah, you did that, and you are definitely guilty. You need to be serving time for it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean... You got
countless. It seems like the only way to get justice is if it's like 100% blatant. Even though,
how much more blatant can it? Listen, all I'm gonna say is Michael Vick went to jail for dogs, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not excusing anything he did, but white people to this day are pissed off.
They still hold him against him. Like, he didn't do his just time, which I feel like was way more than what anybody should have got.
To this day, white people is pissed off about the dog situation. And anytime a black person gets killed, no matter what circumstances come into play, well, basically get over it.
Shouldn't have been with that drug dealer boyfriend.
The only time white America has ever been upset that I remember in recent history was Casey Anthony. Other than that, white America just be like, whatever. I mean, hey, it is what it is. People get shot every day.
They're more upset about the dogs dying than
I saw a lady trying to defend, what's that boy, Kyle Rittenhouse? Trying to defend him, talking about they charged him in 2 days. We don't have the ballistics. He literally shot somebody. He's talking about protecting his community. He doesn't even live there. He drove out of his way, illegally possessing a firearm because he's not of age. So you can come up with excuses in the book for that. Or the lady, it was a video came out today. She got arrested. She ain't have on a mask at a high school game.
I seen that.
The rules are the rules. Wear the mask. I don't care if you're the only person in the section. The rules are wear the mask.
Yeah, you know what they hit us with? Just comply.
Just comply. Just comply, bro. What's the problem?
To them.
But you can come up with excuses even for that. But something like what happened to Breonna Taylor, I'm sorry, I just feel like you can't excuse it from a morality standpoint. How do you take somebody's life in the way it was done, throw out the lies that were thrown out, and just keep finding ways to avoid the situation? Take you
6 months,
the whole year almost, to finally come out and do something about it. And then it seems like even the main concern still is the endangerment of a neighbor. Not that you killed that young lady. The endangerment of a neighbor. Not the person that lost their life.
He might as well just didn't charge anybody if he's gonna do that.
Like you thought you were throwing us something, and then the explanation, you like, wait, what? For real? But y'all felt like it was serious enough that you paid the family.
Of course,
you felt like the loss was serious enough. We gonna send you some money.
Of course, they're gonna do that.
But as far as doing what's really right by the law,
like if that money actually means something to them.
Because I mean, truth be told, even if you convicted all of them, it's never gonna make them feel completely better about the loss. But still, monetary means
it makes you feel a lot better.
Monetary means ain't doing nothing.
It makes you feel a lot better than to not
exactly
convicted.
You gonna give me money, but I ain't really gonna charge them and make them face any type of consequences for what they did. That just, to me, it just didn't sit right with me. It really did piss me off. Like you said, not surprised though. It's a damn shame. Yeah. Quite honestly, it's just a damn shame. It's, at what point is it enough? At what point does the evidence stack up enough for somebody to finally make? At this point, it's sad to say, the ballsy move and do the right thing.
At this point, we still don't know. There's gonna be, hopefully, eventually be a breaking point where it's like, okay, enough is enough. But as of right now, they just gonna keep doing the same thing until we do make some changes. I think that's like, this is evidence to that. Yes, we need to be voting, because I mean, that attorney general is only attorney general simply because people voted for him. All attorney generals are like that in every state. Senator of Kentucky, Mitch McConnell, is a senator because people in that state voted for him, and the stuff that he's doing, trying to get Ruth Ginsburg's seat in the Supreme Court, voted for. He's trying to do that before the election instead of waiting until after the election, even though that's literally her dying wish was to. So, I mean, you just gotta, that's why voting is important. I know a lot of people feel like just one vote is not gonna be that big of a deal, but you stress it simply because if people come out in droves and everybody votes, then we can.
Look at you. In droves.
Yeah, you hear it on TV.
I'm sorry, that was a serious moment, but I'm impressed. Okay.
Yeah.
You can read books.
Yeah, if people do that, then we're gonna make some changes, at least to the point where when they make f-ups like this, we're holding them accountable, and we get what it does is it makes them realize, like, oh man, I can't just do anything that's going to be blatantly racist or blatantly, capitalizing or continuing the systematic oppression. So it just makes them make changes, because politicians, all they think about is getting reelected. So if you make changes in the way of like making them realize that they can't just screw us over time and time again with decisions like this, then it's not only going to make a change in Kentucky, but it's also going to make change in the next state where the next black man is killed, where the attorney general has the power to charge police officers. So if you vote him out, it sends a message throughout the country, to all the senators, all the representatives and attorney generals, that we're going to make a stand, and when you don't vote, that lets them know that they can just continue to get over with what they've been doing for the last 300, 400 years, or however long. I mean, country's been here for 200 years, 200 plus years. But, we've been dealing with still probably similar situations to this for much longer. So,
yeah,
that's all I got to say. pray for everybody in Louisville protesting. I'm sure y'all going ham, going crazy as y'all should be. Just be safe and yeah, just be safe.
Just one last thing I want to throw out there. I hope y'all don't try to cancel me and get mad at me for this, but I understand the frustration. I understand the feeling of some sort of reaction in the form of retaliation. But seeing news yesterday that 2 police were shot, that is by no means really the way. I'll never tell you don't burn stuff, lose stuff, whatever, because that's your prerogative. If that's, whatever. I'm not going to tell you how to let out your frustrations or how to do your demonstrations. But killing other people is never going to, or shooting at other people, that's not going to get us nowhere, really. It's just going to be a vicious cycle, especially when you got 1 billion and one white folks in this country waiting for something to pop off like that. And it'll just help them feed their narratives, feed their flames, and potentially get us all, in the big picture, in a worse situation. So just be safe out there. Be careful.
Yeah, that's tough.
Regardless of what's going on, you like to see people make it back to their families.
Yeah,
and
that's tough. That's difficult because it's like in the moment you're mad at everybody that's a police officer, but really it's not all police officers.
And they ain't the
just
ones
because
that made the decision.
Right,
either,
and just
too.
because they're white cops, that don't necessarily mean that they're bad people or anything. So it's tough because it's like, yeah, I'm mad with you. Like, yeah, they deserve because they be killing us like it's nothing. But you don't necessarily know who you're killing in the situation. Yeah. If it was like maybe the cops that actually did it, then I would be less.
Hey, all I'm saying is if George Zimmerman got caught with one, Darren Wilson got caught with one.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't gonna say I'd be happy, but we rolling up that Wilson pack. That's all I know. we rolling up that. Anyway, look, all I'm saying though, just be careful out there, man. Be safe, be smart. And I mean, it's way too many quotes, tweets, videos, whatever to really capture it. But we wanted to talk about that because y'all know we've been talking about it for weeks now. And obviously the whole world reacted yesterday. Athletes in the WNBA, NBA, MLB, just everywhere. So, I mean, at this point, you just got to read up. There's plenty out there.
Yep.
So it ain't no way we can touch on
if
all
you're not
of it.
informed, if you're not informed at this point, it's because you don't want to be.
Yeah, you're choosing to be ignorant. But had to get that off our chest. Had to get that out the way to start the show because you know how we do it. So let's move on.
Let's get into the show, man. It's time for question of the day. And, of course, question of the day is the segment of the podcast where I ask my brother here, Rev, a question and grade him on his answer, okay? And I give him a grade, and you can't be mad at my grade because it's my grade. So the grades are completely subjective, so please don't be upset with me. Please. I can give him A. I can give him a 2. It don't really matter. It's my grade. It's my grade. You can't say
you
nothing.
You get a paperback 2. What does this mean? It's my grade, son.
You can't say nothing to about me and my grade. Okay. All right. I gotta think of a question. Okay. Question of the day to you. Quick. Question of the day. Mm-hmm. Is the series over in the Eastern Conference Finals? 3-1. Is the series over?
It's not over because I am sticking with my gut on this. I have said from the beginning, Miami in 6. Boston got away with one game 3 because Miami was knocking on the door and almost came back. But they got away with it. But they ain't get away with it. It's over in the long run in the sense of the Celtics are not going to win this series, and I will stand on that. But as far as when they play again tomorrow night, they gonna come back and make it at least 3-2, and then the Heat will go on to stomp that out in Game 6. Oh wait, before I finish talking about this, I just gotta get in my bag real quick. If you don't mind
what you got in the bag?
You know what I got in my bag? Hold on, we getting caught up in wires and junk. Let me be careful.
What's in the bag?
You know what's in the bag. Let me show it to you. Because I keep that thing on me. I slept real good last night. I don't think Dario playing this time. We rolling up that Celtic pack after Game 6. Yeah. Hey, and I do feel bad because shout out Tatum. My mama, first time I said something, she's like, you don't want Jason Tatum to win? I said, I do. But not this year. We rolling up that dang Tice pack because he keep fouling out. We rolling up that Kemba Walker pack because he can't guard nobody out there. The series ain't over, though. It's not over yet. But when Game 6 hits...
But I think this is the year, of all years, this is the year for them at least to push it to Game 7.
No.
Not happening.
The Celtics have shown over...
Why is it over?
I don't think they have it. I think Miami has got the hungriest mentality in the bubble. I think they... Look, and I'll admit it because we love messing with each other about being wrong. A year ago, if you were watching us, we were talking about the fact that why is Jimmy going to Miami? What is there besides the women and the weather? You're not looking to win, obviously, and we were totally wrong.
Big time.
Miami has assembled a roster with a whole bunch of guys with just hungry mentalities. Nobody's a superstar,
Bunch of buckets.
big ego guy. Like, everybody is cool with you eat too. I might get my 30 ball tonight, but you up next. Like, I don't have to shoot every shot. And just everybody is hungry. They got a lot of underdogs on there. I saw a video, Tyler Hero got drafted, and somebody was like, who is that guy? Well, you know now.
Hero ball.
I mean, you got Kendrick Nunn.
Bucket.
Underrated story.
Warriors missed out on him.
You got Duncan Robinson, D3 to D1 to being a bucket, one of the highest shooting percentages.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just got dogs on that team, man. And Miami just, it's clear that they want it. They didn't handle their business very efficiently. Boston looked like... hey, hopefully the show don't get cut short this week. But Boston just, they haven't looked like a convincing team to me.
This?
Oh, wow. I didn't even see the graphic.
I thought
So Boston ain't looked like a convincing team to me since the first round. Because
that's hilarious. Producer. Producer
wow.
Darius.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Hey, I'm going to just make sure we hold that over there. The Celtics haven't looked like a convincing team, though, since the first round. I mean, they were hardly doing well with the Raptors. It looked like they were going to handle them, and they just couldn't hold leads. They couldn't play the right defense down the stretch. They blowing leads in this series. They getting
killed by the zone.
They just getting killed. Daniel Theis cannot stay in the game. I mean, and Tatum, it's a good thing he had a bounce-back second half because he would have got slandered so heavy last night.
Oh, yeah.
He was...
He went off in the second half, though.
Second half, he made up for it.
Second half.
He made up for it second half. He started that game 0 for 6, so, you know, it's just, I feel like the Celtics won it. They got the pieces, but they can't, you can't beat a hungry dog, bro. Like, that dog is going to do everything it need to do to get what it needs. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
you can't.
I don't know.
So I think that Heat will handle them.
Go 7.
I think that Heat will handle them in 6, and I'm standing on that. The same
right.
way I told Bug that he gonna handle them Bucks in 5.
No, we told Bug that.
We told Bug that.
But I ain't gonna lie, I always felt like the Heat could handle the Celtics, but it's just that I picked the Celtics early on. I was like, I'm gonna stick with them. When the Heat finally made it, I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be tough for the Celtics.
Bro, the way they play, I'm telling you, the grit, the shooting, the defense, like you can't. And then yesterday, Miami didn't have a turnover all second half until like a minute or two left in the fourth.
Yeah, and then
like they play good ball.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
And they got so many scrappy defenders on that team.
Do they have enough to win the championship?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they could win the championship.
Lakers or Nuggets?
As much as I would love to see my Nuggets get, you know what I'm saying, the trophy.
Pick them.
I told you the Nuggets are going to the finals.
I
told you the Nuggets is 7.
Right now. Right here, right now. That's why I'm grading you.
Nuggets is 7, Heat is 6. Well, that wasn't your original question, but it's not fair, so I'll take 2 grades. So it's going to be Nuggets and Heat in the finals, but I will take the Miami Heat. Now, what would be fun, though, is watch. That would be a really fun series to watch.
That'll be fun series.
Between the big man play, the guard play, oh, man, that would be a fun series.
Okay. All right.
But, yeah. The series is over after Game 6.
So you want 2 grades?
You can give me 2. No, don't give me 2 because you're gonna hate on the Nuggets pick. But I feel like even if the Heat and Lakers win, I do feel like the Heat would actually make it very complicated for the Lakers because they've got role players that step up. The Lakers got Anthony Davis, who might grab 2 rebounds like he did the other day, and then they got LeBron James, who gonna try to get a triple double every game. But everybody else on that team, aside from Rondo, ain't gonna do nothing. Whereas the Heat, it's next man up mentality. Everybody is ready to do something.
Well, the Lakers are winning by 11 right now.
That's fine.
So we'll see.
Well, it's only third quarter.
It's the third quarter.
It's third quarter.
But
the Nuggets was up 20 the other day, and then boom, it was like a 5-point game.
I know.
And then, you know what I'm saying? They the comeback kids. We straight.
Again, that's the theme of the season.
I should have kept my Nuggets shirt in my bag too.
It's been comeback after comeback in this.
Should have had my Nuggets shirt in my bag. Next week, I'm gonna be ready.
All right. I'm gonna give you a C. I'm gonna give you a D actually, just because I'm being petty.
I was gonna say that was solid logic, solid reasoning.
I don't really have.
You just don't want to give me an A again.
Nah, I don't want to give you an A again. You done had too many A's again, and then you talking trash about my girl team. I got to back her up a little.
The only thing trash involving your girl team is your girl team. I mean, you can't be mad at me for how they play. Hey, don't put no more graphics. No, stop. You don't have to do this.
I gotta give you a D for that. You could have got an F. I think you need to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
That D stands for Daniel Tice defense.
C's and D's get degrees.
Do they though?
That's what they told me freshman year of college.
More like C's, because some D's mean you got to retake that class.
That's a fact.
So,
yeah, you're going to get a D today just because you didn't have too many A's in a row, so I got to switch it up a little bit.
I just want everybody that's watching to know, that was an A-worthy answer. And I'm correct. And we'll go on to talk about it.
You're not correct.
Whenever the Heat win Game 6, we'll go on to talk about it.
Again, of all years, the theme of this entire season has been comeback. Plenty of teams have done it. The Raptors did it.
Put it up on it right now.
Put it up on what? Heat in 6? It's going to 7.
Heat in 6?
I can't wait. You seen it on camera.
You seen it here.
You seen it on camera.
He owe me a dub next week.
I ain't saying who's going to win Game 7 because Game 7 is a toss-up, but it's going 7.
Heat will win either way in any scenario, but it's not going to 7.
The shake was it's going to 7.
It's not going to 7. Heat in 6. I need my dub.
All right.
I'm clipping
this too. I'm going to bring the 22 camera. I'm going to give it to you on camera.
I want a brand spanking. I want a fresh one. You can come see me at the bank that day. I'll get you a Christmas.
And then when I win, I'm like, I was talking about 20,000. What are you talking about? 20K. What do you mean? $20. What?
I'll keep the Monopoly bucket in my bag.
I'll be ready. That. Bring that thing.
I'll make it rain one time.
That's question of the day, though. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of player hating.
Everybody put D's in the chat when y'all see this. Put a D in there. D's for this guy. For no one.
Hey, you know what?
Okay. You know what I almost said?
Hey. I'm sleeping.
I almost said D's and a half.
What?
D and a half. I was kind of.
What?
So 65. Put
D and a half.
Put 65% for this guy. Cause that's what you came with. Cause you didn't wow me with your answer. You gave a bland cliche. It was so many.
What else you want me to say?
It was so many cliches.
It's over. It's over.
So many cliches in your answer.
The Celtics just.
We like to get away from the cliches in this show.
We like to hate on logic in this show. That's what we like to do. Hey, I can't wait to roll up that green pack, boy. I'm coming in here Shannon Sharp. After they lose in Game 6, I'm coming in here with my Tyler Hero jersey. I got the hen dog on there. I'm gonna have the goat helmet.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the goat mask and my Heat shirt.
Okay.
Might have me a little thing all with it. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you
have
do
all
that.
Types of gummies from Snoop. I'll be ready, boy.
Make sure you do that.
That Celtics pack gonna hit.
All right, it's time to get into the meat of the show.
It'll still be a lot right now if you ain't gas them up. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Time to get some W.
The W.
We're gonna tie that up. The W. Time to talk about the WNBA, man.
Yeah.
And it's in the conference finals. Right?
Yeah.
Semifinals of the tournament, conference finals for each conference. You got the Lynx and the Storm. Seattle Storm going head to head. I think the Storm won tonight.
The Storm are up 2-0.
They up 2-0.
It was, you kind of knew. It was a 10-point game with 2 minutes left. So unless there was a heroic effort,
they're handling them. I just think Lynx are missing that star power.
I'm telling you, what happened is
they don't
the
have
Lynx
that star power, and the Storm got. Probably one of the better players in the league, Breanna Stewart.
I'm tearing up just because, my Phoenix Mercury didn't make it. As you all can see, we made some slight mistakes about the arrangements of the playoffs, so I had hope.
Big mistakes.
I had hope that The Lynx got the Rookie of the Year. Okay, buddy. Listen, I had hope that my Phoenix Mercury would go on, and the Lynx ended up beating them. They got a little lucky.
And we was talking on the last show. I don't know if you watched the last show. We was talking like it was the best of 3 series.
It's
the
a
first
one
2
and done.
rounds are one and done. And I said that, but y'all was like, no, it's the best of 3. And I was like, okay. I said that before the show.
Yeah, we was talking about it before the show.
And y'all was like, no, it's best of 3. And I was like, oh, okay. So.
Which, by the way, we agree that should be changed.
Yeah.
I
It's just
mean, at least make it best of 3,
Best of
kind of
3.
like the play-in game.
Like,
was
I get
for
the first
AC.
round is play-in. Or, like, one and done. That's fine. But the second round, let's give them best of 3. I feel like it should be.
Stop waving by to me. Look, whatever. If the Mercury was here, the Seattle Storm wouldn't be up 2-0. It'd be 1-1. And I'm standing on it. But that's another story.
But yeah, we messed it up last week. We apologize.
Yeah.
But we acknowledge that we messed it up. But it was one and done last week. We were talking like Mercury still had a chance to come back, even though they had already lost that night. And yeah, they lost the entire playoffs. It's kind of lame. It's just like, it's not football. Basketball can go either way. Like, you have so many upsets in basketball. And like, it's not college. They should have a fair shake.
Yeah.
You don't really get a gist of who's the better team in
Off
just
of one
game
game
of basketball. So many things can go every which way.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's what they got to deal with. It's the situation. And yeah, so it's the Mercury.
Lynx was just ready for that game. So,
Lynx,
you
yeah,
know what I'm
it's the
saying?
Lynx and the Storm who are down. The Storm is up 2-0. And then the other series has got a little bit more of a competition, or a little bit more of a, I guess,
Back and forth.
back and forth. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you. And with the Kinetic Sun and Las Vegas Aces, who were the higher seed, but they ended up losing in game 1 of that series.
And they didn't just lose.
They got they
They,
got their
I don't
ass
like-
whooped.
Okay, I was gonna say blown out, and where you started and where I was about to finish, I didn't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
But they,
Yeah, they ass whooped.
yeah, we'll just stick with that.
Yeah.
They got handled in the
20,
first
they got
game.
20 balls. So.
Yeah, the Connecticut Suns, which new pick alert. Now follow the process here,
Okay.
right?
What's
I picked the Phoenix Mercury. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
right? Where are you
Now-
going?
now
I
what's-
don't get what you're
What's the
going.
male counterpart of the Phoenix Mercury? It's the Phoenix Suns. So now that the Phoenix team is gone, I'm going to keep it kind of in the family. I'm going to just
That's
go
not-
with the Connecticut version of the Suns.
That's not
So I'm going to just roll with them the whole way.
Somebody want to let him know that's not the family. It's not the same family.
Listen, we're
It's
going
not
to make
the
it
same
work,
thing.
America. We're going to make it work.
That's just
I'm
like
on
that's
my
like
Bernie Mac
that's like
again
me
this
being a St. Louis Cardinals fan and be like, you know what? St. Louis Cardinals, but since St. Louis ain't got no football team no more,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
yeah.
Arizona Cardinals.
That works. I don't see the problem. Anyway,
No,
no, but they blew the Aces out game 1. Game 2 though, the
but I
Aces
think
won.
the better player came up in game 2, and Asia Wilson, the MVP, came to play in game 2.
I can't be mad.
Was
yeah.
the highest point total, scoring total in a playoff game in however many years.
It's been a minute.
It's been a
it's
while.
been a minute.
And you know what? She's not done. She gonna get
You
that
think
30.
she's gonna top it again?
She gonna clip that 30. She gotta clip 30. Come on, 29 too close. At 29, you gotta get 30. Like 29 ain't really
She might
special.
bop- she might jump
Once
a
you
little
get over
bit,
that
bro.
30 mark,
That's when
you
it's,
in there.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's when it's
that's when
busting.
you good. But they playing right now actually, so we probably should get
Yeah.
an update on that game. Though. Let's see
Yeah,
if I
because
can
it
pull
actually
up.
just started not that long ago.
You got an update? Okay, Sun to win, 38-32. Okay, come on, Aces.
guarantee.
Don't be a Bucks. Don't be a Bucks on us, please. Y'all
Guarantee.
top 2 seed. Y'all, come on,
Connecticut
Sun.
Suns.
Connecticut. I
Ooh.
keep saying Connecticut.
The Connecticut
And then
Suns, yeah.
Nuggets coming back, 85-81.
We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. Look, I got
Okay.
good things to say about my
Okay,
team.
got some basketball action going on in the chat. Okay.
But yeah, so the WNBA games, Connecticut Suns finna move on, and then they gotta worry about the Seattle Storm
Yeah.
to top it all off.
Yeah,
In
and
that case,
I was hoping the Lynx was gonna win that series.
just for
with
the
the-
upset factor.
With the upset factor, and I like the Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
They got the girl Lexi Brown. They got Sylvia Fowles.
Mm-hmm.
I like both of them. Sylvia Fowles is like an OG in the league at this point.
That's fair.
And then Lexi Brown, I don't know if you know, is D Brown's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
First
Yeah.
father-daughter tandem to be played professionally.
That's what's up.
Which is pretty cool.
I just wanted
and then they got
make sure you remember the rookie of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the year.
Crystal Dangerfield.
I don't really remember hearing too much about her, Crystal Dangerfield, but yeah. So
I just well, that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I'm disappointed. I wanted to see the greatest player in the WNBA get another ring, and that's Diana Taurasi. So. But it's fine. She may not get a ring this year, but I know what team is going to move on to the next round, unlike my producer's
team.
But
we got to talk about the other award winners. So you got the MVP, was Asia Wilson, well-deserved.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
Dangerfield.
Crystal Dangerfield, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also they announced the Defensive Player of the Year, our girl.
Boom.
Candace Parker. Shout out to you, the Sparks, even though y'all lost in the playoffs pretty early.
Yeah, they got out of there real quick.
Real fast.
So young.
And then also the most improved player of the year.
We've been practicing this.
She came up kind of pretty clutch as far as last year. She only averaged 5 points.
Yeah,
5 points
4
a
to
game.
5.
And now she's up to 17. So that's a problem right now.
Look,
and her name is Benijah Laney.
There we go.
Benijah Laney.
Yeah.
Okay, so
remember
her name.
We want to make sure we ain't screw that up.
Gotta make sure you say it right, because if
say that name.
Somebody pronounce my name something stupid like Jasua, I'd be like, who?
Jasua Taylor.
Jasua Taylor, and they always say Taylor.
Yeah.
How you get Taylor out of Tyler? Like, come on.
You know what I'm saying? And so you remember earlier this year, say her name.
Put some respect on her name. Benijah, we see you getting buckets down there with the Atlanta Dream from 5 points to 17. That's definitely worthy of most improved player.
And it's funny that you mentioned that going from 5 points to 17 points is worthy of most improved, because, there was a young man that did something very similar in the NBA and had 0 votes for most improved.
Who's him?
Devontae Graham.
Oh, yeah.
Did nothing last year in Charlotte. Averaged like 4 to 5 points, I believe. Similar. And then jumped up to 17. Just like the WNBA. But you see, they know how to acknowledge somebody that actually improves.
But who got most improved player? Bam?
No, it was Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram, yeah. But Brandon Ingram went from
I'm not going to say he didn't deserve it.
to 20s.
Brandon Ingram had a jump too, and he deserved to be up there. But the fact that you had Luka in your short list of top candidates instead of Devontae
Graham wasn't even in the finals, yeah.
He didn't even...
And Luka even admitted to not...
Luka was a bucket last year. Like, okay,
he shouldn't have been.
I'm playing real good this year, but I was damn good last year.
He took a jump that was like almost expected. Like that, they could have put Trae Young if that was the case.
Because Trae did a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, he went from 20 points average to 30.
I guess we can consider that our segue. That just kind of pissed me off that the WNBA and the people involved in the voting system there were able to recognize
it seemed like they got all of the.
They picked the right picks. The NBA, it was like, what the hell are you doing?
NBA was
even rookie of the year. The one dude didn't vote on Ja Morant, and he said it was just because the NBA structured a schedule around Zion with the bubble.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Was that he was the one dude that didn't pick?
Yeah, they structured a schedule around him, and he brought so much viewership. Okay, but what did he really do for the team? He played 20 games. Ja had been balling the whole season. Like, that's just some hater shit.
Ja had got them to the playoffs.
Exactly.
Did New Orleans make the playoffs? I don't think so.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, and then, so we forgot to mention the Seattle Storm. To get to 2-0 in Game 1, they had the buzzer beater from, what was her name? Clark.
It was, no, I keep wanting to say Asia Clark. It was Alicia Clark.
Alicia Clark.
There was a missed layup. She was in perfect position to just tip that in. No time left on the shot clock.
It's been a couple buzzer beaters in the WNBA.
Bubble buzzer beaters. Say that 5 times fast.
Bubble buzzer beaters. Bubble buzzer beaters. Buzzle bubble doodle.
Buzzle bubble beautiful?
Buzzle bubble.
Never mind. Hubble bubble max. That's all I'm going to say. And of course, the WNBA, we had a little bit of a scare there because there was some postponement due to some COVID issues. So we was like, hold on now.
The first scare of both bubbles.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
It made me a little nervous, but obviously we good because we back in the swing of things.
I think they said she had she never actually tested positive. It was an inconclusive test.
Yeah.
So even with that, they paused it. So it just lets you know that they really on their stuff.
They own it.
Inconclusive. Wait a minute.
What's going
this?
On? What you got going on?
And then she retested a couple more times and she was negative.
Yeah,
so
they said we straight.
That's why they were able to resume so quickly. So quickly to the point I didn't even realize it happened.
Yeah.
Until y'all let me know, like, yeah.
No, I remember.
Like, wait, what?
I remember I was watching TV one day and they talked about it, and I said, "Wait, how did I not see this on Twitter or nothing?
Yeah.
Like, y'all, this is happening right now."
And then I be at work and it's just like, I don't be seeing nothing sometimes.
That's right, 'cause you working that graveyard shit.
Working that graveyard, yep, got
That's
to
fair
do
enough.
things,
Hey, who uncle is this? But yeah, so it's plenty of excitement going on in the WNBA. Unless
Hey, we
you're a
gonna
Phoenix Mercury fan.
we gonna have to go out and catch one of these WNBA playoff games, especially for the finals, because the finals are gonna be good. Whether it looks like it's gonna be
It's
the
gonna
Storm
be the Connecticut Suns
and
the
Breonna
Storm.
Stewart is a pleasure to watch, but she's not the only one that got their team.
Yeah,
They got Sue Bird on the team
Sue
again. I know
Bird.
we've talked about it. They
Big
had,
Boo.
I can't think of the other girl name, who was Defensive Player of the Year last year.
we were just talking about her last week, and you're right. Her name is escaping me right now.
Yeah.
Because you always think of Brianna first.
Yeah,
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
she's not only like a really good defensive player, but she can also
She a bucket.
She's a bucket as
She's a
well
bucket,
in the
yeah.
post up game. So if they, I want to see them go up against the Aces. Those are like the two powerhouses. Those are 1-2 seed. What y'all?
I'm laughing at the way Daria is looking at me because I don't think she know who he's talking about either, and I just can't think of the name, but I know what I'm talking about.
I know, yeah,
You know, what I'm saying? We on the same
Yeah.
page. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Look, do your research. Maybe you would know,
Yeah.
guys.
right,
Maybe.
maybe. But yeah, I want to see Asia go against Breonna Stewart.
Yeah.
That would be. I mean, that's just the two best teams in the league right now. You got to see them tough it out.
I mean, as much as I would like to see Asia in that platform, I just hate to tell you right now, it's gonna be the Connecticut Suns.
And
Guarantee.
and
Sticking
Bill
on.
Laimbeer.
Yeah.
Head
Good old
coach
Bill.
for the Aces. He
Bill
needs
has
some
got a
love. He
weird-
needs some love in the NBA as a coach.
Yeah.
For real. He got blackballed. He's being blackballed out of the NBA actually.
Yeah. But I think he's probably satisfied with his position.
I'm sure he is. I mean, he's probably not getting paid nowhere near as much. I know he's not
Which,
getting paid.
yeah, unfortunately.
He
true.
needs he deserves a shot in the NBA level because he wants to be an NBA coach. He's being blackballed because he played for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, shouldn't have been an asshole. Moving on to the NBA.
Can't really see
I hate to say it, but that's
he,
really the
he
truth.
wasn't really an asshole. He was just beating Michael Jordan's ass a lot.
The golden child.
I mean, it's not his fault.
You
Shout
know
out
who
Bill
didn't make the
Laimbeer.
dream team?
Who Jalen Rose always say, Detroit basketball.
Who's one of the greatest point guards to play and did not make the dream team? Go ahead and name him for me.
Isaiah.
Why didn't he make it? For the same reason that Bill Laimbeer is the head coach. Like you mess with Jordan, you're screwed.
Isaiah hasn't been blackballed out the league though.
Well, and Rodman's only redeeming quality was that he ended up helping Jordan win more. Otherwise, he'd be in the same position.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the NBA. You want to start East or West?
Got some interesting series, man. Both of them, I think, still tossed up. We had already talked about the East, so let's go to the West.
We can go ahead and go West. What I will say is, I just want to throw it out there for the people that refuse to acknowledge or accept it. Realistically, the Nuggets could and should be up 2-1 right now.
No, I definitely agree.
Anthony hit one hell of a
They
shot.
They should definitely be 2-1 because they outplayed them in that first game.
Yeah.
To get them to that point. Well, I think because they were. I don't.
It was the second game because the first game they got handled.
I mean, not the first
Yeah.
game, but the second game.
game two,
but
they
in
outplayed
game
them.
2, they outplayed them in the second half.
Yeah.
Because I think did they come back? They were down that game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. They came back and they did it and they made the comeback and then Jokic. Yeah, that was the game that Jokic went off. Jokic was
Yeah.
going off.
He backpacked. He scored the last 11 points. I
Yeah,
think,
he was
today.
going off.
He said,
so
"I'm
they
damned
just,
if we lose."
yeah,
And-
he deserved it by himself.
Yeah.
He deserved to get that win. So it could definitely be 2-1. And the fact that it's not 2-1, I think Lakers are doing one of these.
For sure.
But I think it's a good series. Let's check the score again real quick. It is 89-86. So it's a toss up in this game again. Are they in the fourth yet?
The one thing, okay, and that was
Yeah, in the
90-86. One thing I did hate about that game, though, Jokic is guarding the inbound. He's guarding the inbound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, AD was Plumlee's man. But then you got Jokic trying to run from the inbound, watching the pass, trying to jump out to the three-point line and contest, which it was still a pretty damn good contest, but that's also a 7-footer. So, yeah, you got the wingspan, but I got the same wingspan to get over it.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, that man that went off in the fourth, scored 11 straight, and you don't stay on your man and make it my responsibility, and he ended up hitting that shot. which was a 50-50 shot either way. He could have easily missed that.
Yeah.
But then Denver.
What's going on, producer lady, Miss Daria?
So, clear as day, Caruso touched the ball and it went out of bounds, and they're even contemplating giving it back to the Lakers.
Which brings me to my next point as we talk about Game 3.
Conspiracy.
And when we talk about Game 3, because listen, the Nuggets outplayed the hell out of the Lakers.
That's another. I think the Lakers should be concerned.
My thing is you can't do the Nuggets the way you did the Rockets and the Trailblazers. Here's the thing with the Trailblazers. Dame was probably fatigued as hell. CJ had a broken back. So it was hard, right? And then you got the Rockets. They don't have anybody to answer for your size down there. So if you can force them to not make them threes, they can't really drive on you because Russ is only going to drive so many times, especially off a freshly, healed quad. He only going to drive so many times on 3 7-footers before he all right, I had enough. Because he don't want to get Bill Laimbeer.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't play the same way with them because they got dominant bigs. They got bigs that play well in the pick and roll and they can shoot. They got guards that are great defenders and bucket getters.
And most importantly, they can rebound.
And they can rebound. Game 3, Anthony Davis with your 2 rebounds with your 7-foot ass. JaVale McGee, you had 1 rebound. Dwight Howard had 1 rebound. All 3 7-footers combined for 4 boards. Now, mind you, Anthony had 30-something points, but my God.
Yeah, that's yikes.
You getting out-rebounded by everybody.
That's what I call a triple yikes right there.
You could have put me and Josh out there to get 2 boards. I could have got you 2.
Anthony Davis only has 1 rebound in this game.
The Nuggets are going to win
But
this game.
Dwight has 11 though. But Anthony Davis has 1 rebound right now.
Good for Dwight.
So this in the last 2 games up to this point.
Okay, let me just see JaVale's stats. I know he didn't start tonight, but
and
JaVale has 1 rebound. He played 5 minutes, so that's not fair.
So Dwight is boarding up. LeBron's got 9. But LeBron had a triple-double
in game 2.
In game 2. So.
But look, in game 2, right? Mind you, I'm watching. It's the 4th quarter. I am seeing so many questionable calls in the 3rd and 4th where it was definitely a foul from a Laker player, and the ref just swallowed their whistle. I seen LeBron, he tried to shoot that little stupid 3, clink, and he ran in from the 3-point line. Boom, hit somebody. They both on the ground. The ref was just play on. He just chucked it. He hit stick that man. And you ain't going to call nothing. Rondo elbowed somebody in the face. Play on. And then they kept giving him foul calls down the stretch. Now, mind you, the Nuggets had some sloppy plays, too. You don't just blow a 20-point lead just off of the refs.
No.
They helped.
Yeah.
But the refs definitely was trying to get the Lakers back in there. Every little thing was a Laker free throw. Whenever LeBron, first of all, always drives with the ball like this, and they call a defensive foul. You playing like Emmitt Smith right now, and that's a defensive foul?
I mean, he is a whole tight end.
What am I supposed to do?
Tight end.
I'm standing up like this.
There's nothing you can do.
Driving through like this, and it's a defensive foul?
Too fast, too strong.
So it was just crazy.
It's a foul, but no, you can lead with your shoulder, though. It's just as long as you don't do this. You can shoulder somebody.
There's both of those things going on. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, but this happened. But my thing is, I don't really trip off that because as long as you don't see this for one, but it also happens every play, every time they drive. Almost they do it. But it's just about what the referee sees, and if they don't see too much of this, they're gonna let some of it slide. If they see,
what about this?
If they see too much of that,
what about this?
I mean, it just depends on the verticality. It's the verticality rule. So if they go up and do one of these, that's a foul.
My man's watching the game literally on a big TV, like the Kanye West big TV.
You got 100-foot TV?
100-foot TV.
Oh, snap.
And they sitting here like this. Why is he shooting those?
I'm more and more leaning towards those conspiracy theories. I've argued with Daria a lot about this.
It makes sense, bro.
And it's just after, I don't know if did you ever watch that Tim Donahue
Talking
interview?
about they picked the referees?
Yeah, and once I seen that, I was like, ugh.
But look, you have to think about it, right?
I get it now, but my thing is, so they don't necessarily, what they do is they have,
you can't confirm that they don't rig the games.
I still don't think they rig the games.
I know what you're trying to get at.
They just don't, they kind of try to, they want the outcome to be a certain way, and then once they get closer to that outcome, it's kind of like whoever makes a shot makes a shot. So they do. I think one of the examples that he used is like in a game where Shaq, they're going to be more conscious of Shaq getting 3 seconds in the key or something. So every time in this game, we're going to like make sure we count 3 seconds in the key. And every time he stands in the key for 3 seconds, we're going to call 3 seconds. So I think they do that a little bit, and they just kind of pick in each game. They have a point of emphasis in each game, and in those games they're going to call every one of these. They're going to call every time they see this, they're going to do offensive foul. Or every time they see a shoulder like that, even though they don't really call that because that's not a foul in my opinion. They'll pick games to where they're going to do it often and often and often and often. Every time it happens, they're going to call a game. And knowing that, they kind of have an idea of how to get this game, or like what's the best chances of getting this game.
Quick interception. Suns and Aces are tied up right now with about 4 minutes in the third going on.
And then the
Nuggets
Lakers
are down 92-96 with 4 minutes. I'm sorry. 4 minutes was the Aces game. 7 minutes left in the 6 to 7 minutes left in the fourth.
Yep.
But anywho, I think you do have to consider the fact too. Steve Foster, for example. Chris Paul don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
Who ends up officiating some of those games?
They know what they're doing. When they pick the teams, they know what they're doing. But no, not just that. But even with the game this series, they picked when they was going head to head. They picked them in Game 7. They picked Scott Foster.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
officiate the game.
And we all, aside from they want the Lakers to do well or whatever other conspiracy theories, we all know the NBA probably isn't very happy with the Houston Rockets because of Daryl Morey deciding to speak on China and losing them a lot of money over in China because they ain't broadcasting their games.
Right.
So whenever you put a ref in that doesn't like some of the Rockets' best players, or doesn't seem to like the Rockets in general, because he don't give them the calls a lot of refs give them, it kind of makes you wonder. That's all I'm going to say. And the fact that they kept giving the Lakers free throws down the stretch the other night in Game 3, when it was a 20-point game, like I said, Denver is partially blamed for some of the stuff that they did with the ball, but you really giving them all these free throws? And I've watched blatant fouls that did not get called.
Now what I like to do is I take it into account. Like, at a certain point in the game, you know what the ref, for the most part, you know what the ref is gonna call, and what, depending on like again, because they're gonna change it every game. But by the fourth quarter, it's kind of like at that point it's going to be, as long as they stay consistent. If they stay consistent throughout the entirety of the game, that's all you can kind of hold.
My thing is, I don't think that there was consistency because you don't get a 20-point lead with the way they was blowing that whistle in the fourth. You don't ever get an advantage that big with them calling every little thing against your team. It just seemed like as soon as the Nuggets was really finna run away with this game, aside from dumb mistakes that they're making or just missing shots, the rest was like. Every time a Laker came down the floor,
I think in those cases they like they want to help the game be closer, and maybe that's what they're being instructed to do.
And that's what I don't like.
But I just think it's
if we're outplaying them, we're outplaying them.
Yeah, but you're not outplaying them. You still like a couple foul calls here and there is not going to lead a 10, 20-point comeback either. They still got to hit the shots.
Did you watch the
I didn't watch the game.
Exactly.
I didn't watch the game, so I can't really speak on it too much.
I'm literally.
Maybe I'm speaking idealistically, but I would say that I think there is a lot of cases they try to make the game close, and then from that point they try to get the calls right and consistent, and it's still at that point a maker mislead.
Absolutely, but like I said, if you watch that third and fourth
quarter, because even with the game last night with the Celtics, at the tail end. Even Jeff Van Gundy was talking about the little calls that they made that they reviewed. It was kind of, even though they were consistent, this is how they've been doing with the reviews all season. If it's overturned and the ball is not in anybody's hands, they do a jump ball, which favored the Celtics in that situation because literally after he smacked the ball out of his hands and touched it, it went out of bounds. So it should have been a heat ball.
Yeah.
So in those situations, it's like, it just feels like you can kind of feel it, like the refs are just trying to make the game closer. So I get that. But what I do not like is when people try to use that as like the scapegoat as to why their team won or lost the game. I don't like that. It's just like it happens. It's human error. It's every season. Every season.
I'll give you series.
You're gonna have.
I'll give you series. I will not give you games. There's definitely some games that was like, what the hell just happened?
I mean, yeah, there's some. So
I'll give you a series. But I'll never blame a series. I think
there's extreme cases of officiating. Completely. Not completely change. They changed the game, but I just don't blame it all on the officiating. Is what I'm saying. And maybe I'm reaching a little bit. I might be reaching a little bit, and I will take series. Maybe it's not the series. Maybe it is games that they can, completely shape it and, have a couple BS calls. But this is kind of what I'm saying. Like, if you have an end of the game and there is a foul at the end of the game that's not a foul, I don't blame that on the ref. If they call a foul that's not necessary, it may technically not be a foul, and that just so happens to be the deciding foul of the game. That's not necessarily on the ref to me. Like, the fact that they even got to that position, I don't put that. Using the ref and the scapegoat as that situation I don't feel like it's fair, because it's human error. They can make a bad call here and there. It's just that one is going to be magnified tenfold simply because it's the deciding moment of the game.
And that makes me think back to the Heat and Bucks game 2. Is when they had that
when they had
shooting foul on Giannis.
Yeah.
Double O's on the clock. Jimmy gets to shoot 2 free throws. But at the same time, they made a really dumb mistake on the other end, so that was a makeup call. So it's easy to want to blame the rest of that game.
I think they were both fouls, though.
They were both fouls. But that last foul is one you typically see let slide.
Yeah. Both of them were ones you see let slide.
Because...
especially in the fourth quarter like that.
That one on Chris Middleton
I agree. You never want to see the officiators... like, you never want to see the refs implement themselves into the game so much. Like, at a certain point, you kind of just want to let them play. But
that was my only
they
issue.
can't let blatant fouls slide.
That was my issue with Game 3 of the Nuggets series, though. Is there were some fouls that should have definitely been called.
Okay.
And the refs just sat there like this.
I couldn't watch it.
They sat there waiting for the inbound, like,
yeah,
go ahead and inbound the ball. And the Nuggets looking at them like, did you not just see him hit me in the head?
Yeah. It's always difficult.
Let somebody on the Lakers come down the other end. And it was like, bro, you
could
really,
tell. You could tell.
You really gonna call that, and you ain't gonna call the same play that just happened.
I don't know. Maybe it's me being idealistic. I just don't like to give all the credit to the refs.
I'm definitely not gonna give the credit to the refs. At the end of the day, I think the refs helped. Aside from, like I said, there were some sloppy plays and of course missed shots. It's a make or miss league by the Nuggets that helped that league get chipped away. But I think the refs definitely tried to put the Lakers in a position to go ahead and end it, and the Lakers didn't capitalize on their opportunity. They didn't try to fully throw them the game, but they definitely made it a little easier for them to go ahead and grind it out. And the Lakers just missed their opportunity to go ahead and grab that one. With that said, Nuggets in 7. Standing on that. Heat in 6.
I would like to see both series go 7, honestly. Because 7 games is always just great, especially in conference finals.
Game 7 is just always so fun because...
and I just hope it's going to be on a day between Tuesday or Wednesday and
that way you can actually
Friday,
watch it.
So I can actually watch it,
96-100 with...
we got to catch this game. We got to wrap this show up pretty soon.
Yeah. So, listen, at this point, there's really nothing else to say about the NBA. So we got to move on to Petty Betty.
Just to oversee, appreciate you coming through. You said talking about Lakers in 6. He only giving them one more dub.
I will give him credit though for saying 6. You know, and I'm so tired of you damn Lakers fans. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
That's so annoying.
It was funny to start before the playoffs, and then the fact that coincidentally they did beat the Portland Trailblazers. Lakers in 5 was funny.
I'll say
and
this.
Then they ended up beating the Rockets. It was like, damn, okay, Lakers in 5.
I can attest. The Laker fans, Laker Nation is the worst fan base in the entire not only the entire NBA
the
league,
entirety of sports.
In all sports, Lakers fans are the worst.
I'll take that.
Fan base as far as obnoxiousness,
Man.
as far as
they couldn't wait
unrealisticness, as far as pettiness, all that. They're the worst, absolute 100% worst fan base in all of sports.
You know the Lakers fans I like? The ones like you, Justo. You're a logical man. We'll sit here and talk, and you'll say, well, the Lakers did get outplayed. Or, yeah, they probably will lose. But the majority of y'all, Justin Lockhart, Marquise Jones, y'all trash. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. I can't stand if I see, if the Nuggets lose in 5, I honestly might just not watch the NBA Finals because I don't want to. I don't want to hear it no more.
I think they're gonna win one more.
Nuggets in 7.
Justin said LeBron fan base is the worst. But I don't even.
No, but the Lakers were. It's a toxic combo.
Lakers been bad since
because
Kobe.
y'all been a horrible fan base.
Y'all was bad
a horrible fan base.
Way before Kobe.
You put them two in the same pot, and it's like, oh my god, why did he have to go here of all places?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not a horrible. I'm not a huge I'm not a LeBron, ride or die. But I'm a fan of LeBron. I'm not on his fan base or anything.
I was
And
up until the
I don't
Lakers
think-
fans got to
I
me.
feel like they're not too bad. LeBron.
You know, I
fans.
used
If
to
they
not
were
like
real,
LeBron.
I know you
I used to
did.
not like LeBron, especially because I felt like he was in my boy KD's way.
Yeah.
But after seeing how Golden State beat up on him, I was
It's
like,
hard
you know
to
what?
not like LeBron.
He's really good. I can't.
Yeah, you only started liking LeBron because he was going against the Warriors. You hater.
No, I cheered.
Hater.
I wanted the Warriors
Hater.
to win in 15.
I know you did. And then you started hating.
But look, no,
Hater.
the way he was playing that series, even though he was definitely not in a position to win, I was like, I gotta respect that man. But now that he got the Lakers fans behind him, I'm like, you know what? I don't want you to lose again because I'm tired of Lakers fans. So we gonna go to the Petty Betty,
Petty Betty of the week, baby.
which could be the Lakers fans on any given week. But this week is going to go to our producer.
Hey, that's two out of the last 3 weeks she been.
You
Or
know?
2 out of the last 4 weeks. Something like that. Petty Betty of the week.
So going back to my good old Eastern Conference Kings, Miami Heat. Okay, don't put the block on me. I'm just saying. We was talking about them earlier. We was talking about some of the buckets they got, and we brought up Duncan Robinson. And I said, man, who does Duncan Robinson look like?
Who
He
does he
look
look
like
like?
somebody.
Dude, he looked like a lot. He looked like somebody and a lot of people all the same time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Daria very quickly was like, oh, I know who he look like. I said, who?
Who he look like? Go ahead, show us who he look like,
I
Darius.
said Sheen. So now we got to see it on the screen. She said this man looked like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. And when I say I am weak, because she's not totally wrong. I mean, it's even funnier now seeing it on screen.
Hey, he look like Sheen, bro. And again, I said this before the
Yo.
show. You know who else he look like?
Ooh.
He look like Yamato. Yamato Sensei on Naruto. If you're a real Naruto fan, you know who Yamato Sensei
Hey,
is.
man.
Google Duncan Robinson, and there he got a picture with a shadow on. Tell me it's not the same face that Yamato be making on Naruto. That be creeping Naruto out.
Like you said, Duncan, he looked like a lot of
He
people.
look like a lot of people and nobody. He also looked like a creative my player.
Yeah, he looked like a my player, for real.
He
He
do.
looked like one of them little 2K cats. And it's funny because every time he on the screen, I be thinking to myself, what does he look like, bro?
Well, this man look like
I've
somebody.
seen him before, but I can't think of it. So the
Oh,
fact
man.
that she said Sheen,
Hey, that's
like
pretty
right
good.
before the show, just
They
had
both
me
ain't got
rolling.
no chin.
Bro, Duncan Robinson is straight neck to lip.
Hey,
Just,
hey.
and that's it.
Hey, she character is hilarious though. The boy, he got all head and it just go down to a neck. And then there's another show,
Oh,
Family Odd Parents, Mr. Croc.
Yeah, Mr.
His
Crocker.
ears on his neck. It's
Bruh.
that's funny.
So I had to give her the petty
Shout
Betty.
out,
'cause
shout
that-
out Daria for that. That's
that
pretty
really
good.
gave me a
She
good
good.
laugh.
She good on the little face comparisons. Cause I
Man.
remember when Jeremy Grant had the little dookie braids. He
Yeah.
had little worms on his head. She said he looked like this. It was from what was that? Small Soldiers, the movie. It was one of the enemies, and he had like little braid. He had like little twisty kind of things. He looked just like she had the picture and everything, so she good with that.
I used to be like that in college, man. I'd be like, hey, don't so-and-so look like... And one of my homeboys, he was my roommate at one point. He was like, why are you like this? I had a friend in college, Kyle. Shouts out to Kyle if you see this. He looked like Pau Gasol.
Kyle Cook.
He looked like Pau Gasol. Nah, not Kyle Cook. He legitimately looked like a blind Pau. And it was crazy. Like, you might be related to that man.
Man.
It was a lot of look like. 'Cause I can't think of the funniest
And
one.
Kendrick.
It's
Remember
gonna-
Kendrick from high
Yeah.
school. Mike Black.
Yeah.
They look,
Put that away. Put
bro.
Put that away,
It look
bro.
like Jeremy Grant for real, bro.
Hey, chill out, man. Chill out. Put that away.
That's hilarious.
So that was my petty Betty, man.
Petty Betty,
I had to
shout
give it
out,
to her.
shout out to producer for that. That's pretty
And
good.
also for what she's done this whole show, especially when I get to talk about your future Eastern Conference Final champions. She got real petty, gonna block
Yeah,
me
she,
out.
Hey, she
Trying to box
definitely. No,
me
she
in.
Petty Betty of the show.
Yeah.
Petty Betty.
She
of
done
the show.
threatened to cut the show off 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. You gotta chill out, bro.
I'm rolling up that Celtics pack next week. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing.
All right, it's that time. Wrap the show up. Rella, I almost said. I said Rella.
Rella.
See, I almost said fella. Then
And
I
Rev.
almost said Red.
He was thinking of Rellos, which that's what I'm gonna need next week when I'm rolling up that Celtics pack.
I like how you did that. I like how you did
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
Rev, are you speaking or are you shouting?
What would I like to speak or shout on this week?
Come on,
You know what?
hurry up. We gotta watch the end of this game.
I think I'm gonna speak on the fact that I feel like I'm in a real good place this year. It started off a little funky, but I feel like I'm very happy. I've been staying out of the way. I've been remaining low key. I ain't been getting involved in no mess, no drama.
That's
You
good.
feel me?
Blessings,
I'm
bless.
figuring out a lot of stuff. My money is looking real good on the low end.
Oh, okay.
You know, I got my paper right.
Popping bottles.
I'm popping bottles,
Sipping
and
on
this time there's some
actions.
sham involved.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some sham involved. The only thing really now I'm working on, I'm working on a couple projects with my money. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm also working on getting some jobs and some things situated career wise that I actually am more passionate about. So this is a part of the reason why this is my favorite day of the week. Just talked to my boy Chris the other day. We want to get our podcast back rolling again.
Okay.
So I'm back.
Shout out to Chris.
Double duty podcast work, man, and it's just it's feeling good right now. I'm looking at some job ventures that's paying me more money to do things I actually want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of working at the bank. It's cool and all. It's plenty of room for advancement and money. But I don't want to do that.
You got the connect.
You know, I'm trying to find some connect. You feel me? I'm trying to find some connect. So I'm speaking on it. I'm in a good place. There's plenty of good
Speaking
things
into
coming.
existence, my brother.
Big things popping. Hey, Tay talking about rich. Relax. Ain't nobody
Talking about
rich.
this money
Ain't nobody
situation. What's
rich.
going on with the money?
I was just saying, you know, I've been doing good saving with all this pandemic stuff. Celtics back. With all this pandemic stuff, I ain't been having no reason to spend money. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going out to eat as often. You know, I ain't spending my money on dumb stuff because I'm in the crib.
That's good.
So it was stacking.
Let's go.
And then I had some things hit back to back to back. You feel me? And it ain't no student loans right now because deferment. So money looking good right now. You know what I'm saying?
I still paid. One more.
I should have.
I've been kind of trying to pay.
Looking back, I wish I would have went ahead and knocked some of it off. But
Because they stopped it for me. I didn't even, honestly, I wouldn't even stop it had it.
hey,
Didn't stop it for me.
stop putting my business out there. Okay, the other day, my boy Cam was finally 21. I've been getting him in everywhere the last year and a half, but we finally got to take him somewhere legally because he was 21. We got him drunk, but I also ended up spending $50 in this establishment, and I was like,
Big Rich, okay.
I was shocked and
$50
appalled.
in the bar?
He handed me that bill. I said, huh? Now, when I broke it down, it made sense. I can see how I hit 50.
Was it your drinks or his drinks?
I bought a drink for me and Twine. I bought a beer for me
so
and Cam.
Okay. So you big baller.
So-
You buy everybody drinks.
No. Most of my
Okay.
drinks are mine. I just bought two other people one
I
drink.
see how I get that.
And then I also had food. So we rounded out. It made sense. But yeah, man, we working on getting better. We working on improving, getting life to the quality it needs to be.
All right, Darius said she gonna get your cash app hacked. So you better watch out, bro. She can
Try
do it.
me. Try me.
Cam only spent $10. What kind of friend
Yeah.
is you?
Cam literally had one drink and said, "It's a Monday. I ain't doing nothing."
Oh, okay. Shout out,
Okay, Cam.
smart man. I know you. Cam really the rich one.
Hey, but you know what? I went out and did that and jumped right back up and was at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't hungover or nothing. I felt good.
Okay.
So I was impressed.
Oh, yours.
I did that.
All right.
So yeah, man, life is good. You know what I mean?
Right.
What you speaking and shouting about, my boy, fella?
I am going to be speaking once again. I feel like we need to shout more, but
We do need to shout.
We just laid back guys. Laid
Functioning
back.
alcohol. We finna block the producer in the
Maybe.
comment section. That's what I do know.
Maybe. Yeah, you better just talk. Ooh, Ace is pulling away.
It's 5 minutes left in that game. The
Ace
Aces
is
can
pulling
still
away.
lose.
I'm just gonna be speaking today, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna be speaking about.
What you talking about?
I don't know, man.
I think we did enough shouting in the opening segment of the show. That's why we ain't
We
got nothing to
did.
shout about
That's
today.
true. Make sure y'all go vote, man. Even if you don't want to vote, like, just do it. It takes 5 minutes out your day. If you go early in the morning, because I'm lucky. I get off work at 6 in the morning, so I literally could just walk, like, that morning. I get to, and the last 2 times we had to vote, I was able to just go right in after work. And it's so early in the morning, it takes, like, 5 minutes in and out. I'll be done. So, I mean, if that's what you got to do, if you don't feel like waiting in a long line, just wake up early. You wake up an hour early, go to the poll, and you can get it done really quickly. So we need to vote. We need to make sure that happens. Is the only way at this point right now, unless we really go drastic and go left with it, which we could, to make some changes. And yeah, man, just do that. Vote. Just vote. We gotta make some changes. We gotta make sure we vote some of these people out of office, and some people like we do like I like Cori Bush, who basically voted into House Representative seat, U.S. Representative.
Yeah, I'm talking about nowhere near 5 minutes. Set aside 2 hours just in case.
Right. If you go at 6 o'clock, if you go, I think I'll be going at 7 in the morning. Like I think polls open at 6 or 7. If you go at 7 in the morning, it is no line. It's no line. Like you can just walk in. There's no line. You can do it, man. Just wake up one morning.
I'm not gonna be there.
Oh my god.
But you know, I don't count. It's different.
You do count, but you don't.
I don't count.
I ain't gonna get too deep and too hard on you. 'Cause I understand. But yeah, just vote. Make sure y'all vote, man. That's what I'm speaking on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say I shouted about that.
Matter of fact.
Matter of fact.
Matter of fact.
Man, y'all know I be mentioning my words. I'm like a Tahir. Tahir boy.
No, that time I think you did mean to say meshing.
I got that peanut butter in my mouth. That's what you talking about. You got peanut butter.
Good night, everybody. We appreciate you coming out. Y'all have a good one, okay?
All right, y'all. Peace. Hey, our audio's still on.